may not have the usual Bible study today because of we are taking a referendum and everybody needs to be present. We are postponing the Bible study till next week, but this is next week's Bible study. Last week we distributed the new constitution of Grace Communion International. I said people should take it home, read it, study it. Because we are going to have a referendum on it today and adopt the constitution, pass a motion to adopt the constitution. And we want the minutes recorded. So the assistant pastor, Constance, you can take the minutes. Let's do the Bible. We are starting the meeting at 9:50 a.m. Before some people arrived, we have already declared Sunday, March 5, as a day of fasting for the church because of the prevailing situation in Nigeria. Whatever is happening in the country, God has a way of providing for his own people. But we need to go to him, seek his face, humbly. There will be no service on that day. You observe the fast in your own home. The reason also is that by that time we will have heard the result of the presidential election. We don't know what is going to happen in the country. So it's important that you make sure you have enough foodstuffs at home. I've been advising some people through WhatsApp messages to stockpile foodstuffs because of what is happening in the country now. If cash is not flowing and you have ATM card, you can go to people who have POS and buy food stuff from them, maybe ShopRite or any supermarket or even local market in Yoruba. They will sell to you the POS.
ShopRite
and we need to continue to pray for this country. How many people have brought their own copies of the Constitution? It was widely announced last week. It was the announcement to go. And I said we are going to consider it today. Now, I have a few copies. I have a few copies that can be shared by people. Maybe just four. One in front here, and you can take one there, and then one to that to the. You can share among yourselves. Now, this is an important document. It affects how the church will operate from now on and in the future.
Ya kunshi yadda church za ta yi tafiya daga yanzu zuwa nan gaba.
I first want to read the letter by the church lawyer that wrote to the national ministry leader calling for this referendum.
Na farko zai karanta wani takardar da aka rubuta ta hannun wani lawyer zuwa ga churches inda ke da wannan tsari da an kai na sabon tsari.
He said the national ministry leader, Grace Communion International, Nigeria, February 6, 2023. Dear sir, adoption of GCI Nigeria Constitution. We refer to the mail from the regional director, Pastor Emmanuel Okai, and our discussions on the above subject matter. We suggest that every church area should hold a general meeting on February 19, 2023 for the purpose of adopting the review constitution, adhering to these procedures. 1. Give notice of the meeting stating the adoption of the review constitution as an item on the agenda. The methods of which must be reported in the minutes. There must be a chairman and a secretary. Now the chairman for today's meeting is the pastor, that's myself, and then Constance Itozuruke is the secretary of this meeting. The chairman should explain the need for and some details of the document. There must be a record of persons who are in attendance and those who have given apologies for absence. 5. There should be a motion to adopt the document as the constitution of GCI Nigeria. B. There must be someone who will second or support the motion. C. If there is any opposition, there must be reasons. D. If C is not resolved, that if there is an opposition, then there must be voting and the votes recorded. E. All the details must be captured and reported in the minutes. It is expected that there must be a physical copy of the Constitution at all the meetings, otherwise the exercise will be regarded as null and void. Kindly feel free to ask questions and or follow the above for good success. Thank you. Yours faithfully, Chikezie, the barrister Chikezie D. Kaduru. He copied the regional director and all pastors in all church areas. So that's the reason why we are here today, to consider this important document known as the Constitution.
Shi yasa abin da ya sai da mu kenan a yau domin mu dubi muhimmancin wannan sabon tsari da aka yi so.
The minutes have been taken physically. The meeting is also being recorded to know what is transpiring here.
Duk da yake za a ɗauki komai a rubuce ko da yake an yi record ɗin shi.
Page 1 is just the cover page.
Page na farko page ne wanda muke kira bangon takarda.
It says Constitution of the Grace Communion International Nigeria Assembly.
Ya ce tsari na Grace Communion a cikin wanda ke a cikin Nigeria.
That's the name by which we are registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission.
Sunakin da muka amfani kenan aka yi register a cikin wannan church.
We are not going to go through the document page by page. I'm not going to read through because I expect that people will have read it since last week. I will just point to certain important key areas I want us to take action or to take note of.
Ba za mu karanta shi peji ba, shi yasa ya ba da su a je satin da ya wuce domin a je a yi karatu a gida, kuma ya gaskata an karanta a gida zai shiga cikin abubuwa masu muhimmanci da ya ta ambato mana abin da yake son mu gane.
Article 1, name of the church.
Abu na farko shine sunan church.
The name of the organization shall be the Incorporated Trustees of Grace Communion International Nigeria Assembly. formerly known as Worldwide Church of God Nigeria, hereafter called the church. That is the name by which we are registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission.
Kamar yadda ya karanta akwai sunan da aka rubuta a nan wanda aka canja sunan da za a kara a ba church din ke.
Article 2, address and affiliation.
Abu na biyu shine wuri da kuma abin muhimmanci a cikin shi.
The headquarters of the Registered Trustees of Grace Covenant International Nigeria Assembly, hereinafter referred to as the trustees, shall situate at number 21, Turning Point, Odofin Park Estate, Ijeshatedo Shop, bus stop, also the Mile 2 Expressway, PMB 21006, Ikeja, Lagos State. The church is and shall continue to be a part of and parcel of the Grace Covenant International, with world headquarters at 3120 Whitehall Park Drive, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28273, United States of America. It shall adopt the core doctrines as determined by the world headquarters in its published statement of beliefs, which is updated from time to time. Now, I'm not going to read through everything. I want us to take note of page 3, number 3A.
Ba zai so ya karanta komai ba, yana son mu rubuta su abubuwa cikin peji na 3.
Or let's say the whole of number 3. Number 3 says, the church, in pursuit of its objectives, shall maintain offices and meeting places in all the towns and cities of Nigeria where it has congregations. For example, in Ilorin, you have in Lagos, you have in Aba, Owerri, Port Harcourt, Benin City, Kaduna, so at the moment. Then the offices shall be known as local church areas and shall be administered by the local church council, headed by the pastor, ordained and appointed by the church. The local church council shall be responsible to the church through the National Church Council, especially in matters of ordination, discipline, and or other matters as the church shall, from time to time, decide. So it goes on to mention the aims and objectives in article number 3, which I believe you should have read, but I've highlighted item H in the aims and objectives. It says to empower its accredited representatives to carry out the ordinance of baptism and join willing couples together through the ordinance of holy matrimony, as well as undertake the burial of dead persons as the church may deem fit. Certificates may be issued in respect of each and any of these 3 ordinances, namely baptism, marriage, and burial. Then we fast forward. Article 4 is about the trustees of the church. It has mentioned how the board of trustees, how the members are appointed or elected. On page 6, you find such trustees shall not be more than 11 and not less than 7 in number. The trustees shall appoint from among themselves a chairman and a secretary for the purpose of his meetings. The trustee shall hold office for a term of 4 years with an option to seek re-election for only 1 more term. That is maximum of 8 years. This is a very good development because I know that the current trustees have been in office since before 2008. That was, more than 15 years. So a trustee shall sit over the work office by resignation and some other criteria. Then number 9, there I say one of the conditions the trustee shall be removed is that if he absents himself from church services in his local church or meetings of the trustees consecutively for 3 months without good cause acceptable to the church. So these are conditions where a trustee shall be removed. Then we move on. Article 5, the common seal, which is kept in custody of the Secretary of the Board of Trustees. Then Article 6, governing body and structure. The church is one body with many parts, that is many members, who are in important relationship with and working in harmony to achieve the unity and growth in Jesus Christ, his head, as mentioned in Ephesians 4:16 and Colossians 1:18. 2. The government of the church is vested in the body of believers, while leadership is vested in selected or elected elders, and to whom the believers are to submit under the headship of Jesus Christ. It cites Acts 6:1-5, Acts 20:27-28, Ephesians 4:11-16, 1 Thessalonians 5:12-14. Then item number 4 in Article 6 says the management of the affairs of the church shall be led by a national ministry leader, after the fact or known as the national pastor, and will be carried out through the Board of Trustees, Ecclesiastical Council, National Church Council, and the General Assembly. We used to have national pastor before, and the name now is the National Ministry Leader, as the pastor is in George in Port Harcourt. Article 7 about the Ecclesiastical Council, which is an advisory council and shall be composed of the National Ministry Leader, that's the pastor, his or her spouse, and all of the ministers and elders of the church and their spouses. That is an enlarged ecclesiastical council. There used to be an ecclesiastical council of about seven people, and also a board of trustees. But now all pastors and their wives, or I mean the pastor is a woman or the spouse, ordained shall be members of the ecclesiastical council. Then it gives the conditions whereby people can continue to be members of the ecclesiastical council. Then one important point to note is item 8 in Article 7. It says that it shall make suggestions and bring up ideas for a yearly spiritual roadmap and administrative action plan for the church. This has been done annually by the ministry leader in conjunction with the ecclesiastical council. They will determine when the youth camp is going to be, when the women's retreat, where it's going to be and when it's going to be. The annual convention also, when it's going to be and where it's going to be, and all other programs for the church. Item 11 says the EC, that is Ecclesiastical Council, shall meet at least 2 times each calendar year, with at least one of them being a regular face-to-face meeting. Other meetings can be Zoom, online, and we meet regularly. Sometimes we meet online on Zoom. Then Article 8 is on the National Church Council. It gives details on how it is going to be formed, and then the functions of the National Church Council. Article 9 is on the General Assembly. The General Assembly is actually all congregations of the church. And then it shall have supreme authority to approve, reject, amend, or confirm any reports brought to it by the national pastor, members, officers, committees, trustees, or the council. And they meet at least maybe twice a year, usually at the convention. One of the meetings at the convention annually. Then the important one that affects us here is Article 10, that is the local church council. Each local church must have its own local church council. Let me read it. Pursuant to Article 2.3 of this Constitution, every local church area has set up a local church council. It has been made up of a pastor, a secretary, a treasurer, and any other officers as each area may deem fit. Well, we are supposed to set up an electoral committee in the month of June for this exercise. But we are going to put in place an interim local church council, which I announced last Sunday. It's going to consist of 8 people. As at now, Professor Chief Obewaji, who is the pastor, Mrs. K. Obewaji, the pastor's wife, Mr. Linus Gozuruke, the assistant pastor, Mrs. D.A. Gozuruke, his wife, Mr. James Ayodele, Mrs. Tony Ayodele, Mr. Yakubu Matthew, and then Mr. Zala Amos. These are the interim local council to be set up. And by the time we get to June, we are going to reconstitute that council and add more people. Ideally, the head of each ministry should be a member of the council. If we have a youth ministry, the coordinator of that youth ministry should be a member of the council. If we have a singles ministry, the coordinator of that ministry should be a member of the council. Or as many ministries as we have. The quorum of the council is 7. So it cannot be less than 7 members. In fact, at least 10, so that we can easily form a quorum for a meeting. Okay, Article 11 is about elections. We were there when we are coming to the start of elections. Then tenure and qualification, Article 12. Ecclesiastical Council is a lifetime membership for all members of the advisory council, irrespective of age or current position in the church, provided that each of them remains in good standing. Then, number 2, Board of Trustees, National Council, National Church Council, and Local Church Council for 4 years. The tenure is 4 years each. But I think you can also, serve another 4 years. So as long as we maintain the required qualifications. The membership of the Ecclesiastical Council, all offices, and except for the membership of the Ecclesiastical Council, all officers of the church shall retire on the attainment of the age of 70 years. There is election and election to various divisions in the church for the base of specified qualifications. Then in that, a particular point of interest in Article 12 in the last paragraph, provided always that nobody shall be elected into an office or committee unless he or she has maintained membership for at least 5 years. When Article 13, talking about the national ministry leader, there's one item that is unclear here, that is item D, that the national ministry leader, that is the national pastor, cannot be more than 65 years of age at the service of duty, but in bracket below 60. That has to be clarified, whether it means 65 or 60. It shall be a position of paid remuneration by the church. Right now, I don't think there's anybody having salary. There's no pastor having salary in the church. But after the ratification of this constitution, the national pastor will be placed on salary. Now, all other things are just for our voting and for our information. Meetings on page 17. For the effective administration of church, there shall be the following meetings. A meeting of the General Assembly of the Church will be held once a year. At such date and venue as may be determined by the National Church Council, and that is usually held during the annual convention of the church. The emergency meeting can be held at any time. Item C, a meeting of the Ecclesiastical Council can hold twice a year. Then item D, a meeting of the Church Council shall hold at least 4 times a year. That's the council that we have constituted here. The meetings have been at least 4 times a year. Then item E, a meeting of the Board of Trustees shall hold at least 4 times a year. Then, subject to the provision of the Constitution, decision of all general meetings shall be by consensus. But if that fails, it shall be by simple majority of the members. So I think that is all I want to point out. Article 16, source of income. That's tithes and offerings. Then Article 17, disbursements and application of funds. Article 18, keeping of accounts. Article 19, appointment of auditors. Article 20, alteration of the Constitution. Article 21, winding up. Then Article 22, the by-laws. So these are matters or are noted. And if I've gone through this, you will understand what the Constitution is all about. And then our purpose now is to discuss the Constitution and ratify it formally. So that is
duka ga bayanan da ya yi duka game da mutane da za a zaba wanda za su zama shugabanni a cikin tsarin bishara da ayyukan church ya yi kwanci ya dace sun kai mini mutum 7 zuwa 8 aka da kamar yadda ya yi kamar domin wanda za su yi kuma ya ce za a yi shawara game da abubuwan da ya yi zama mana a yanzu.
Before we ratify it, I want to call for comment. If anybody has a comment to pass constitution that has been distributed, or any, you can seek for clarification if anything is not clear. What has been read out.
Ko da yake wasu mu ba mu ji abin da ya karanta duka ba, amma yana cewa abu wanda ke da shawara ko kuma yake ke da abin cewa da abin da ya karanta duka ga yadda yake zaune yana iya ga tara hanyoyi da akwai wanda ba ta gado ba.
Any comments or questions?
Where are you going to?
If there is none, then I will call for a motion to ratify the Constitution. That's the motion emanating from this branch of Great Communion International Great Communion Church.
Idan babu tambayoyi ko ra'ayi zai kira waɗanda za su tabbatar ko kuma su tabbatar da wannan tsari a cikin abubuwan da ya karanta.
And someone move a motion that we adopt this Constitution that has been read and explained the congregation.
Akwai wani wanda abin ya taɓa wanda ya kamata da tashi da tabbatar da wannan abubuwan da ya karanta.
This is an important part of this meeting. There must be a motion to ratify the Constitution.
Wanda yana ɗaya daga cikin abu mai muhimmanci a cikin wannan mutu ya dace sai an samu wanda ya taɓa ra'ayin shi domin tabbatar da wannan tsari.
Just move it. Stand up and move the motion. Adoption of the meeting, of the Constitution. So the motion has been moved by Mrs. K. Ogawaji. Anybody to second the motion?
Wanda ra'ayin shi yana nan ita ta san da ce tana goyon bayan a aza wannan tsarin ya yi mata daidai ko kuma
Anybody to second the motion? It's as if we don't know what is happening here.
Objection, my lord. Yes, sir. Because the Constitution does not state out anything regarding the youth. I did not really note anything about the youth, if not for the youth camp that was just mentioned casually. That's the Constitution.
Were you here last week? Did you take away?
Yes,
I remember I gave you a particular copy. So what is the objection about?
I said it didn't note anything about it. There was nothing related to the Constitution. The only thing that the only place they pointed out something related to regarding the youth was the camp, something in this camp, and just talk about casualty. It was not really yes.
Now, do you know what a constitution is?
Yes, sir.
A constitution is not a document that contains everything that happens within the church. Nothing has been said about the singles ministry that I mentioned. Nothing has been said about the youth ministry.
I don't think there's even an active single ministry in every of the church areas. But
yes.
The youth ministry, at least they have been camp, so there's supposed to be something about it in the Constitution.
If you read the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it is not everything that happens in Nigeria that is captured in the Constitution. It's a guide, it's a document to guide what called the laws and what happens in Nigeria. The same thing in any constitution. The Bible can be said to be the constitution of the church or of Christians. But you find that there are things that are not spelled out even in the Bible, but it's still a guide to guide and has been a guide for at least 2,000 years. So don't expect that everything will be spelled out in the Constitution. Then a constitution is not a document that is cast in cement. It's subject to review from time to time. If you have read this, it is so stated. Then the letter I read to you at the beginning gives the reason for this exercise that we are starting. We have been operating without such a detailed constitution. How we've been moving as a church. Even though there have been constitution maybe from the United States, we have been maybe following the one drafted by the United States headquarters. So we are now applying something that is applicable locally. So don't expect that everything will be here. If the children can speak, I expect one of them to rise up and say, okay, there's nothing special about children.
So that means the constitution will still be amended.
It's
not the final.
I mean, the constitution as Nigeria, since inception. As far as I know, we had the 1957 Constitution, 1958 Constitution, 1999 Constitution, which are still operating now. And people are clamoring for a change in Constitution. So it's a document that evolves when certain loopholes. There was a Constitution we operated in 1979 when there were 19 states in Nigeria. But as a result of the 1999 election, which Agari won, because of 12 two-thirds formula, there were 19 states, and the Constitution at that time said two-thirds, the winner must have had the highest vote in two-thirds of the states in Nigeria. Then it became a big question, what is the two-thirds of 19? So that was what led to a situation where the number of states in Nigeria has now been made so that it is divisible by 3. We move from 19 to 21, which is divisible by 3. We move from there to 36 states. So the Constitution is an evolving document. And it cannot be expected to capture everything, to spell out everything. You do in church, just as the Bible does not contain everything that a Christian is supposed to do.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Yes.
But the youth ministry is a value. It's something of importance now. At least.
Well, let somebody second this motion first. Then we take a vote. Yes.
My name is.
Mr. James Ayodele. Okay.
So I second.
Yeah, seconded the motion. Put as a on ground by Mrs. K. So, because there is a voice that said we must include youth in the Constitution, we still need to adopt this Constitution. So, I'm going to call for a vote. If you have the opinion that we adopt this Constitution as it has been read out, let's show by a show of hands. Put up your hands.
Idan ka yarda da cewa tsarin nan da aka yi ya yi ka tada hannunka.
Put up, we are going to count. We are going to count. I mean, we are going to count people.
Za mu kirga mutane.
What we are doing is that we are ratifying this Constitution. There has been a motion that we have done Constitution, and the motion has been seconded. I'm not sure if we know the implication of not having a Constitution for the church.
Bai sani ko mun san rashin amfani na rashin ɗaukan tsari a cikin coci.
That means everybody, we can just do as we like.
Wanda ya nuna muna son mu yi yadda muka ga dama.
If there is no Bible for the church, that means Christians can just do anything, anything they want.
Idan ba Bible ga coci ya nuna masu bi su yi addu'a abin da suka ga dama.
In the Senate or the Federal Republic of Nigeria or at the National, I mean that's the House of Representatives, when there's anything to vote on, they normally call for those who say, who are supposed to say yes, those who are not supposed to say no. But here we want to take a physical count, so that
wurin zabe an saba in za a yi zabe wani lokaci ko a gidan yan majalisa akan ce a kirga abubuwa ta da hannu sai a ta da hannu, amma ana yana so mu lissafa a kirge a hannuwan.
it doesn't matter what the decision of the church here says.
Bai damu da wai sai shawaran da church ta yi.
At this period, I believe that all church areas will take a referendum today, and the result will be passed to the national ministry leader concerning this document.
Dukkan churches da suke a wannan ɗarika yau ko ina za a yi irin wannan abun a yau, kuma bayan an gama zaben shi ne za a tura information a cikin headquarter.
So again, I want to ask for a show of hands. If you want this church, this local congregation, to adopt this Constitution, put your hands up. I want to say by show of hands.
Idan kana son ka karbi wannan tsari ko kuma ka yarda da wannan tsari, ina so da hannun ka sama.
Or let's say, let's start, you can stand up. Let's stand up.
Ko mu ce wanda suka yi bare su yi ke tsaye, wanda suka yarda.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, you have to stand up. If you are voting, 10, 11.
Kowa ya tashi tsaye, ni yana da hannun cikin.
So, those 4, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 15. Yeah. If you say no, the Constitution should not be adopted. Please stand up.
Idan ka ce a'a baka yarda a ɗauki wannan tsari ba, ka tashi tsaye.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. No, 7. So that means that the rest of us, we are abstaining from voting.
Wanda ya nuna sauran mu ba mu yarda a cikin zaben ba.
Okay, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
So we have a clear result. Then let's close this meeting at 10:29 a.m. Let somebody move the motion for adjournment. Motion for adjournment moved by Salano Subudu. The second read by Mrs. James Ayodele. Motion for adjournment moved by Mr. Linus Kuzurike, seconded by Mr. James Abele. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
So we thank God for the success of the referendum, and the result will be passed to the headquarters. So we now move to the main sermon. Let me put on my timer.